Don't tell me you love me. This is what I used to say. Don't tell me you love me. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that word. I didn't like it. And I don't even know how I was able to tell somebody that and then expect them to still be with me and then try to stop them from loving me, knowing that they wanted to love me. But I used to tell women, don't tell me that. When I heard, Leon, I love you, it was like a reminder that I have to say something to her that I don't know about. Then I felt insecure. I felt weak. I felt stupid. I felt dumb. And then it's like it brings pressure on a relationship. It brought pressure on me, but it shouldn't have been pressure. I should have been able to allow her to say, I love you. But couldn't say it back because I didn't know what it was. Speaking of abusers, this is where it starts. When you love me and I can't love you, I don't love you, I don't know how to love you, and you try your best to love me, then I become angry. I did. And every woman that I dated, well, Leon, you won't let me love you. Leon, how can I love you? I heard that my entire life. Leon, I'm just trying to love you. And I was like, I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to focus on it. I didn't want to connect with it because it was too scary for me. So you all have a narcissistic partner, full-blown narcissist, or have some of the traits. One of the key things that they don't like, they can't handle, they don't want to hear, they don't know about is the love, because it's something that they have to do for you or hope that you stay with them because they can't show you. They'll show you, they'll tell you, but when they tell you they don't feel it, it doesn't resonate with their soul and their spirit because that broken child inside wasn't loved because they were abused, neglected, raped, beat up, called stupid, called fat, say you'll never be anything, you'll never amount to anything. I didn't get all of those words. I didn't have all of those things happen to me, but a lot of them did happen. And so I went into a shell, became very weak-minded, right? I lost my motivation. I didn't have any self-esteem. I didn't have any confidence. And I took it out on myself. I stopped taking baths. I stopped brushing my teeth. And I talked about this before. My teeth turned green. And so when I was abused, then we get older, we don't see it as abuse. I'm sorry, but I didn't see it as abuse. You see it as being vindictive and getting revenge on people that now trying to love you because the people that hated you made you an angry person. So you're going to hate the easiest person and that's the person that's trying to love you. You become easy prey to abuse. You become easy to abuse. You become easy to be vindictive towards. And so I didn't even know that what I was doing was being abusive or neglectful, even when I was starving women, when I wasn't holding, when I wasn't touching them, when I wasn't paying any attention to them, when I wasn't communicating with them, when I wasn't saying I love you, right? When I wasn't buying the gifts, when I didn't care, I was being neglectful. And then I was being abusive because I was very, very verbally abusive. And at 46, and I've talked about this before, I want to repeat this, but at 46, my therapist said, do you realize you were abused, Leon? Do you realize this? And I started crying. That's the first time I cried in probably 10, 15 years. I'm like, so first thing I want to say is, no, my parents didn't abuse me. Doc, my parents didn't abuse me. They didn't. He said, I'm not talking about your parents. But I forgot we had talked about my childhood. There were people in my life that abused me. So I didn't see it as abuse. I saw it as they beat me up, punch me around, man up, you little sissy, little punk, quit crying so much, you look like a little girl. I didn't see it as abuse. I saw them as trying to make me tougher, turn me into a man. And so what do? Man up. Little punk, quit crying, man up, you little sissy, blah, blah, blah. And the women, why are you crying? I just called you a name. Or why are you crying? I only cheated once. Why are you crying? So the abuse took away my empathy. The abuse took away my ability to feel love. It took my ability away to feel, to want to, gave me the ability to be angry and being very vindictive and look for people to prey on. And the ones that I always preyed on were the ones that loved me. So I had a confusion going on until I was 46 years old. So if your man or your woman is abusive or neglectful, they don't realize that they got to get therapy, y'all. It's not going to help. It's not going to be fixed until they sit down and talk to a person one-on-one and say, you were abused, Leon. So that's why you're abusing your girlfriends. That's why you verbally abuse your kids, Leon. I mean, she didn't point like that. I was able to talk to her, and I'm like, I didn't want to go to therapy. You know why? Because I don't want to hear these things. I was successful. I was making $120,000 in the Navy. I didn't want to hear that I was abused, and then I was abusing, and I was neglected, and I was neglected, and so I was neglecting. I didn't want to hear that. So narcissistic people think they're doing great and fine in life, but inside, internally, spiritually, they're not. They're broken souls and broken spirits that are running away from the truth, the deep, dark truth that's going to hurt them when they hear it. And so what do? They suppress that too. And so now they're not open to constructive criticism, which will help them and build them up. That's why I can talk about it now. All right, I just want to give y'all that. Y'all have a great day.